Welcome in, everybody, to Fantasy Pros. This is Leading Off. It is me, Joey P, Joe Pisapia. That, of course, is the Welsh, and it's you. And we're talking all things baseball today. And what a fun day of baseball it was. All day baseball. I have just gotten back to the house after a nice trip to Coles. Welsh, you have kids. You probably know what that's all about. I'm trying to create a world where I can just use Coles Cash. You know, everyone's doing crypto. I'm not doing crypto. I'm just going to use Coles Cash. That's going to be my thing. But Coles is not the sponsor of the today's show. No, it is BetMGM. And of course, we're going to talk about prop bets later in the show, DFS. We're going to talk fantasy. We're going to talk everything. Welsh, you were not here yesterday. Nope. You took a big victory lap on Tuesday, and Byron Buxton hasn't gotten a hit since. So I just want to check in and see how you're doing.
Yeah, no, I know. I got trolled. According to the internet, Buxton is done, and I've ruined him because, you know, he just stepped into like a perfect game. So apologies. Sorry about that. But yeah, we'll do better. We'll do better. Speaking
of perfect games, we'll get to that in a second. Let's just start with that. Clayton Kershaw was pulled with a perfect game going yesterday. And look, the Dodgers have a certain expectation, right? I mean, they've put all this money in. It's World Series or bust. Clayton Kershaw has had a hard time staying healthy these last few years. I totally understand this. I have no problem with this. Who cares about his individual accomplishments? It's supposed to be a team game at this point, right? It's not like Clayton Kershaw hasn't had a lot of individual accomplishments. He's won Cy Youngs. He is also a World Series champion now, right? He has had all these other accolades he's had throughout his career. Yes, it would have been nice to have a perfect game, but at what cost? As a Met fan, I recall Johan Santana having that Met no-hitter that we all waited for our entire lives and that we finally got, and it was the last time we saw good Johan Santana. So as far as I'm concerned, Welsh, I got no issue with this, but I can't wait to hear what you have to say. And I know the Peanuts and the Cracker Jacks have lots of feelings about that as well. And Wonky Penguin is not happy this morning.
I hate it. I hated I'm a Diamondbacks fan. Even the Padres pulling Yu Darvish, I hated it. Them pulling Shamanaya, I hated it. This one, million times worse. You're 100% right. Like, was it the right, like, long contextual team move? Probably. Kershaw even said, that it was the right time. Hate it. Hate being like the Darvish one I got. He walked 4. He was getting hit hard a little bit. You are 6 outs from a perfect game. This is a team game, but that accomplishment alone, it stands the test of time. 23 is it? I think it's 23 perfect games in the history of this game. I would put him back out there. If I'm Dave Roberts, you go and you talk with him. Yeah, maybe it's the right time. Just throw curveballs. You give up 1 hit. You give up 1 walk. Take him out. It wasn't a no-hitter. It was a perfect game. I think I forgot between COVID years, the excitement of just, we're back last year, and then the lockout. I think I forgot how much I hate April baseball. April baseball is the worst. I tweeted about last night. Fantasy baseball Twitter, it's the worst place on the planet. Everybody's horrible. Baseball itself, guys are getting pulled. They've got crazy pitch limits. No hitters, no perfect games. It sucks. Let's get to May. I'm sick of it.
All right. Let's get to Mayer first because Mike Mayer already trolling me. I was ready for a classic Joey P rant about this. Has Joe gone soft? No, I haven't gone soft. I am on the other end, which is this is an individual accomplishment. It's his first. It's literally like his first 2 stars, first start of the year.
It's a
what are we doing here?
Game, Joe.
But who cares?
Everybody cares. He should care.
But why? Shouldn't he care more about October?
Weren't they up by 7? Like, oh my God, does he give up a run? Who cares if he gives up a run? Let him go. 80 pitches for 75 pitches, whatever the hell it was, for Clayton Kershaw. Throw some curveballs. Don't throw any fastballs.
Whatever he was slated to throw today. Look, here's the thing. You guys, and I'm a you, not you personally, Welsh, but the you guys out there in baseball who have created this heavy specialization, this where we watch every pitch. This is what you've created. This is yours now.
True. Yeah, that's true.
You have to own it. And now that you've created this world of specialization in baseball, where it's specialization to the nth degree of everything, and everything is hyper-focused and hyper-monitored, and nobody throws 120 pitches anymore, and no one just says, yeah, I feel good today. I'm going to go out there and throw 150 pitches because I just feel good. We've created that world, and Kershaw is a very important piece. That third spot in the rotation is crucial for the Dodgers. And it's crucial for the Dodgers because That's the guy that turns that rotation over. Whenever you have a rotation of the 5 guys, you have typically those 1 or 2 guys at the top you feel good about, and everybody has a 4 or 5 guys you don't feel good about. It's the third guy who makes you above 500 team. And if Clayton Kershaw isn't there pitching meaningful baseball in August and September for the Dodgers, it's a problem. And to burn him out in the first start or two in a game because it's a perfect game potentially, I have no problem with this. So yeah, Joey P's on a rant today because if I'm the Dodgers, I care about one thing. It's the World Series because I've invested way too much. And Clayton Kershaw has come back, and Clayton Kershaw has not pitched a lot of innings in the last few years. And Clayton Kershaw almost was talking about retiring. So yeah, it would have been a nice moment. Would I have pushed him past 80? Yeah, probably I would have given him another inning. But come on, you have to own this Major League Baseball and new wave Major League Baseball. Own this. This is your creation.
It reminds me
about it. It's your fault.
I just want to point out, it reminds me of like what basketball is doing.
Look at this. Mike
I
Mayer
agree. Thank you. You know what? Me and Mike Mayer, we're coming together. We were enemies at the beginning because of Ryan Mountcastle and Byron Buxton. We're together again. We are going to team up. We're going to do a show together.
But you want to know what? Just give it a week.
Let me throw this out, though. It's like, I don't know if anybody here pays attention to basketball. It's like what the NBA is doing. The own commissioner's office has admitted that their star players are not playing as many games as they should, and they're waiting until the postseason. This league is so damn long. 162 games that all they do is talk about innings limits and arms and rest and blah, blah, blah. This is why this sucks. This is why April is lame. It's like it's just an extended version of spring training. Guys go 4 innings.
Welsh, you nailed it. The problem is the regular season is too long, but on top of which we have the best medicals, the best science, the best workout regimens, the best of everything, but people pitch less. Explain that to me. You can't explain it away. The only way you can explain it away is that we have youth baseball that's ruining arms and ruining people physically before they get to the Major League Baseball level. That is the only argument. And look, I see Steve out here, and Steve says I'm 100% wrong, and that's cool. This is a good discussion here with the Peanuts and the Cracker Jacks. This is why you watch live every day, so you can get in this discussion and yell at me and put angry emojis. I believe those. I want to point out,
I'm surprised that baseball is, you want to get back into is joking aside, where Mike was like, hey, is Joe getting soft? Baseball's so soft right now. I'm surprised benches didn't clear in New York because Vlad hit his 3rd homer, and they're like, that's not fair. He's already hit 2. Does he really need another one? I'm surprised benches didn't clear, and there's suspensions today, and there's arguments on all the talking head shows because should Vladimir Guerrero really hit 3 home runs in a given day? I don't know if that is fair competition to everybody when they were leading, blah, 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 blah. I don't know. April sucks. April baseball's the worst.
Look, I'm all for giving him a little bit of longer leash because it's a perfect game. Let me be clear. I want him to go out there and pitch a perfect game. However, I am telling you, right, just like I want Byron Buxton to be healthy, I want a lot of things. I want to grow hair back on my head. Certain things aren't happening. You're the Dodgers. You have just spent a boatload of money on bringing Kershaw back, on Freddie Freeman, on all Mookie Betts.
On extending Bauer every single week and just paying him and just extending him.
Paying Trevor Bauer for
lots
not
of money
pitching.
there. Yep.
You have a lot of money going around. You cannot afford, literally, to have Clayton Kershaw get hurt this early in a season. You can't do it. You just can't do it if you're the Dodgers. So I get it. I'm mad about it too, everybody, but I have accepted this. Y'all haven't accepted it yet. This is baseball now. So you just got to accept it. And let me also attach to this. I've been saying for years, it's not that I want to get rid of the 162. I just want to manage it differently. I want a 100-game regular season and then a 60-game playoffs into a World Series. That's what I want. I want round robin tournament kind of style thing because everybody loves a good baseball tournament. Let's talk about other things besides Clayton Kershaw. Otherwise, a whole half hour will be gone.
And by the way, you can have your tournament as long as guys are on second. As long as there's a guy in second at the start of every inning. Yeah. Just make sure that happens.
And I want fruit snacks and available and fruit roll-ups and orange slices at all times. That would be great. I've been saying this for years. And in July, you have the All-Star game. After the All-Star game, August, kids are off from school. Everyone's staying up late. Football hasn't started yet. A baseball tournament starting in August would be the hottest thing. And from a wagering standpoint, Welsh, could you imagine how much money they'd be making on it? It'd be amazing.
We don't have time for this show to do that because I got lots of opinions why it's right and wrong and what they'd have to do. But it could theoretically be great. But yeah, we would have to be doing an hour lead off.
Rapid fire. Vladimir Guerrero hit 3 home runs yesterday, as you mentioned. Is
Unfair.
amazing. A couple people called him. Congratulations for those who did. Unfair. Luis Robert homers again. He's got a ton of stolen bases to start the year. That 30-30 bold prediction is looking pretty good, Welsh.
Pretty good.
My guy Pete Alonso goes deep, so I'm finally on the board after being dry here for a couple days. Logan Webb, 8 strong innings. And then we have some injuries. MRI for the side of Teoscar Hernandez. My guess is going to be an oblique. I don't think I got an update on that yet. John Means exit the start with left forearm tightness. Shocker. Bryce Harper finally went yard, and Torkelson, first major league home run, so good for him. The Daily Kwan today. Here we go. We have a new segment, Welsh. I don't know if you saw it yesterday. The Daily Kwan. Stephen Kwan's reached base 19 times in the Guardians' first 6 games, tied for the 4th most by any player in his first 6 games since 1901. The only other ones now he's trailing Brady Anderson in 1997 with 20, Von Hayes with 20, Von Hayes in 1989, and Mel Ott in 1920. There you go. Stephen Kwan, your thoughts on the Kwan?
I mean, April baseball's the worst. Stephen Kwan has been anointed. You know what? I'm going to tell you this. I'm sure going to miss in May when all of our focus isn't on Stephen Kwan and it's on to the next thing. He is fantastic. Right. The contact he makes is phenomenal. He's a very different player than the players we've got in the past that get really hot. But Stephen Kwan mania, it's something else.
It is. I miss Von Hayes, especially in that powder blue Phillies uniform. God, he was cool. All right, let's get to the stat heroes. Corbin Burns was our pick yesterday on the show over on the K-Prop. Hope you listened because he struck out 8 guys. We're literally making you money every day. I mean, it's just so easy. I hope you're doing it, and I hope you are already logged into BetMGM with leading off, because if you've been doing everything that we've said for the last week now and a half, you're making money. You are definitely on the plus side because we are crushing these K-props right now. Josiah Gray, 5 Ks, 5 innings, no earned. Logan Webb with a good start we mentioned earlier. Frankie Montas trying to get his way out. We talked about him in DFS. That was a guy to start yesterday. Sean Manaea, 6 Ks, the loss to the Giants, unfortunately. Scherzer was sharp, made one mistake. He was pissed about it. My God, Max Scherzer's so intense. It's his second start, and he's already like breaking bats in the dugout. I love this guy.
You think they would have pulled Max Scherzer if he was 7 perfect? You think he would have got pulled?
Max Scherzer will punch you in the face if you try to take him out of the game. But Max Scherzer also doesn't have a problem pitching 100 innings every year. Max Scherzer's been one of the most durable pitchers in the history of our game in the last 25 years. Clayton Kershaw hasn't been.
No.
Just saying, he hasn't been. So you know what you're getting into here, folks. I'm sorry. Like, come on. Jose Ramirez, 3 for 4. Great game for him through 6 games. Yours is your boy. You love Jose Ramirez coming into this year. 3 dingers, 480 batting average, 14 ribbies. Wow.
He's
what kind something. Of a and you were the only person I heard say you can argue he's the number 1 overall pick. And let me tell you right now, you're looking pretty smart.
He looks I was going through like the stats and, just like every couple days during the week you go and you just like updating yourself. And I went and looked and like the discrepancy of RBI for him is something else. He started slow, like the first couple of games. He is seeing it. And what is going to help those RBI totals, by the way, look out for him to be up there, is when you have Miles Straw, who's leading the league in stolen bases, I think he's up to 4, leading off, Stephen Kwan hitting 2. You got to have guys on base every single opportunity. All he has to do is hit
Where'd Owen Miller come from? Owen Miller with 2 dingers yesterday. I mean, they're getting all kinds of contributors.
What was he? Former Padre prospect, actually.
Yeah. Miles Straw, 4 for 5 yesterday with a steal. Also, Ke'Bryan Hayes, 4 for 4. A nice day for him. Kiki had a good day. Tim Anderson had a good day. Both went yard. Cody Bellinger sighting, Welsh. Only now hitting 222 after a dinger, 2 for 4. He's back, baby, right?
He is back. He might be back. You know what I did say? We just released the In This League Fantasy Baseball podcast. It's almost 2 hours of Bogman and I going. But one thing I said that's really important, we had a lot of debates. Cody Bellinger, we had a Stephen Kwan debate, Bellinger debate. The thing that I want to see with Bellinger, and I think this is important, I want to see now what he does with confidence. That guy has not had confidence for like 3 years. He has not had he just had that first breakout game after an entire spring and beginning of the year of just garbage. I would love to see what he can possibly do with a little bit of confidence. Jack is also doing that right there, Joe, because Jack does parody songs, and he did a Jacob deGrom parody song to end our show that is phenomenal.
I'm going to have to listen to that.
Yeah.
That's going to be my, when I'm cleaning the house for Easter tomorrow. That's what
you can just zoom right to the end, but he did. But confidence with Cody Bellinger. See what he does over the next week. See if that can carry over. Otherwise, it's still a disaster.
And the Peanuts and the Cracker Jacks. If I misspoke, what I meant to say was Scherzer throws 200 innings most years. not 100 like Clayton Kershaw. I mean, that's just where we are. My God. All right. Stat zeros. I'm not going to spend too much time. I will take the L on Robbie Ray. I liked Robbie Ray yesterday. It's the one thing I will take the L on.
Velo
10 hits
down
to the White Sox. Velo's down, a little concerning. White Sox are a good lineup. Lodolo in his major league debut, 4 Ks, 7 hits.
But
again, I've
he
been
struck
a
out
green
Kwan
guy the whole time.
He's automatically gets a Cy Young because he struck out Kwan.
He's a hero. Another Aaron Nola disappointment. What else is new too? Is another guy I threw Aaron Nola back into the pile. I had him for $38 in a keeper league. I'm like, I can't stand this guy anymore. I can't do it. Hitters, Kyle Tucker, 0 for 5. Franimal, 0 for 5. Chris Taylor, 0 for 5. Wander Franco, 0 for 5.
Oh, Wander.
Evans, oh my God. And Julio Rodriguez, 0 for 4, 3 more strikeouts. He's at 0.56 right now with 10 Ks. I'm a little worried here, Welsh. I'm a little
worried. Kyle Lewis, just watch for this, but Kyle Lewis is out here in Arizona right now, just trying to get himself back going. Extended spring training started out here, and he's going to probably get into a game or two. Just wonder when he's healthy, if those guys haven't gotten going, what's going to happen? Kelnick and Julio seem like they might be on the chopping block.
Yeah.
I have a debate, by the way. I know we got to go and everything. Can I ask you a quick debate we did on the ITL?
Yeah. Look, we're going to go long today because my Clayton Kershaw rant, and that's okay. Yeah, some days we're going to go a little 5 minutes over, but I know they like us to keep it to a half hour, but some days there's a lot going on. And this was a big, important discussion to have.
The show is, again, I'm not trying to go crazy about plugging the ITL show, but we were doing a bunch of debates, and a lot of these guys, like I said, we had a Kwan, a Bellinger debate, but one of the debates we really kind of brushed by due to time, because unlike 30 minutes, we were going 2 hours almost, was Aaron Nola versus Clayton Kershaw. Who would you rather have a rest of season? On recency bias of both players, one struggle, one incredible. I'm curious your take.
My answer is in season-long roto, I'll take the quality of Kershaw, but in head-to-head leagues where I play a lot of, it's close. I'd probably still take Kershaw anyway because I believe in the Dodgers.
Me too.
But my problem is I know Nola's going to probably at the end of the day make more starts, but I'm probably going to go Kershaw on both. The roto one's an easy one. So
what's interesting about that is, from a draft perception, Aaron Nola and Clayton Kershaw were being taken literally worlds apart. Let's say Nola was 50, Kershaw was 110 or 120. That poll, I don't know if it ended overnight or whatever. It was at 50%. So 50% on recency biased was on Kershaw versus Nola, which I thought was really interesting because Bogman thought, well, this is going to probably be 65% Nola. This is the more high valued player and it's early in the year. Nope. Clayton Kershaw already at 50% after those 7 perfect.
All right, let's get to the home run calls. Brant Cox has called 4 home runs in 7 days. Well done. 11 other Peanuts and Cracker Jacks got on the board. If you want to join the home run contest, become a premium member of Fantasy Pros. We're giving away fantastic prizes in May and June and July. Also a grand prize to the winner. And then join our Discord at fantasypros.com/chat. We're up to 113 home runs as a group for the first week. Not too shabby. So Brant Cox is our leader with 4. Then you have a bunch of people with 3, and also shout out to Adam Hudgens and Max Jr. 35, who both had Vlad. So now they've both got 3. But I'm on the board officially at 1 with Pete Alonso. I'm coming.
I need to get going. I'm ready to start getting going here.
You have 1, don't you?
I have 1, but that's not good.
Right.
I want to be near the top.
All right. Well, of course, it's important. You want to get the Peanuts and the Cracker Jacks to get a little ahead of you, and then you want to chase. You don't want to be ahead.
Is that the fun of it? It's just let them you're like a dad. You're gonna race your kid. Can't get it. Look, you're so fast. Top of
this contest for June and July, and then football happened, and everyone started saying I made excuses, and I fell off.
I like your idea. I'm gonna treat the Peanuts and Cracker Jacks for this contest like that. I'm gonna be like, oh, you're so fast, guys, and then I'm gonna teach them a lesson. A little bit later. I'm going to teach him a lesson.
Yeah. So just joy of being a parent.
I hate April. So you know what? Take your lead. Yeah, take your lead in April, guys. Enjoy it.
All right. Also take your lead and go right now and download the BetMGM sports app because we're going to talk about prop bets again. We keep winning you money. Use that promo code leading off and sign up today. Bet $10 and win $200 on any game, regardless of the outcome. When you register with BetMGM, get instant access to a variety of parlay selections, the live betting options, player props, daily boosted odds. All that's there for you, but it's only there at the king of sportsbooks, BetMGM. So do it right now and use that promo code leading off. That's one word, leading off. And again, make your first wager risk-free up to $1,000. Visit BetMGM.com. Terms and conditions apply. Just like they do in this show. Lots of terms, lots of conditions. A lot of terms anyway. All right, so today, here we go. This is what I like on the prop side. Walker Buehler on DK, actually. The over on the, what a surprise, the strikeout total. 5.5 is the number. He is 6.81 projection. Lock it in. Luis Robert, 1.5 on DK. 2.5 is the spot for him in terms of projectability for total bases. By the way, the Walker Buehler on the K prop, Welsh, you get even money on that right now on DK. Let's go. Shohei Ohtani on FanDuel. Even money on DK right now.
You're right. I see that. I see that now.
Shohei Ohtani is at 6.5. It's high, but he is going against the Texas Rangers. They have a lot of strikeouts in that lineup. 7.3 is a projection. This one's a little bit more tenuous, but I still like it. And then
they'll
Vlad
pull him after
bases.
20 pitches, so just play the even money. He won't be able to get to those big strikeouts.
Easy money, Welsh. Vlad on DK, 1.5 total bases. He's projected for 2.3 tonight against Severino. How about that?
Oh, I like that one. You picked a lot of the ones. I like the Luis Robert one. That would be one I would want to play. I'm also kind of interested in both total base markers for these are a little bit lower guys, but Seiya Suzuki and CJ Cron. Playing in Colorado. Give me some total base overs, both at 1.5. Both they're close to it's like -110, -115. I feel like that's a game that I would target. Also kind of interested in Max Muncy total bases. It's pretty juiced up on MGM, but it is -161, and that's the best place that you can find. Oh, you know what? I'm sorry. It's over half of a total base, so that's why it's juiced up. I think that is a really solid play as well. And Suzuki was -115, like I said, projected at 2.5 according to Betting Pros, which you guys can go and check out, the Betting Pros MLB prop cheat sheet, which I highly suggest you do. Lays it all out, gives you projections. It's a fun thing to kind of get you going and work. It's a good table starter for any of your bets.
100%. The prop bet cheat sheet on Betting Pros is just like that's literally what we do. I go through them. Welsh goes through them. We pick out the best ones. We see the projections, the difference. They list it for you, for God's sakes. It's literally just saying, here, go make yourself some money. And please use the little code leading off when you make that money so they know that we sent you. And you know what? I see somebody in the Peanuts and Cracker Jack says, boys are testy today. We are. We're fired up.
I am. You know what? I am though. This is a little bit more real me.
Testy.
You guys are going to progressively get a little bit more me. I'm definitely coming off of a testy day. So.
Somebody loves you.
You know what? I love Buster. Thank you.
Thanks, Mr.
Love to
Buster.
be loved. I got a fan. I got one fan in the peanut gallery.
You know why they love you? Because yesterday it was Mayor, and it's such a huge upgrade.
Oh, so it's perspective. They're just like,
they're like, oof, all right, maybe Welsh isn't so bad after we spent some time with Mayor yesterday for a whole half hour. So I kid, Mayor. I love you. Let's get to some daily fantasy, a little DFS here. DK starting pitchers. You got Ohtani at 7.9, a little underpriced, I think, personally. Musgrove at 7.6, Charlie Morton at 9.3, Walker Buehler at 9.7. This is easy. You got Morton and Musgrove going against each other. So what you can do is just kind of, stay in that game if you want. It's doable because Musgrove is so cheap. And by comparison, I always love doing this. Musgrove is 7.6. On FanDuel, he's 10.3. When you see that big price variance, jump in somewhere and just give it a shot. But Musgrove specifically on DK, he's a really underpriced guy against the Braves. It's a tournament play because he is going against Morton and the Braves, but at the same time, it's a good play. Walker Buehler's the chalk tonight. It's good chalk. Take it. Kyle Gibson on the FanDuel side, you can get him and Alcantara. Those games are added to that main slate on FanDuel again. DK and FanDuel, really wacky with how they're laying out the slate so far this year. Otani's very expensive, 10.8. Musgrove, 10.3, I mentioned. Morton's the cheaper one. So on FanDuel, if you want the other side of this game, take Morton. And then on DK, go put Musgrove in there and maybe pair him with Walker Buehler. The stacks of tonight, I like Colorado. I like the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. And I think Detroit's actually sneaky on FanDuel specifically only because FanDuel, the pricing of everybody in that lineup on the Tiger side is really, Akil Baddoo 2.2, Torkelson 2.2, Heimer Candelario 2.6. You can really get into that Tiger lineup and then get whatever the hell else you want. Other FanDuel lineup builders, Cody Bellinger 2.7, since he's red hot. Brendan Rodgers at 3, Clint Frazier at 2.9, and then Michael Franco 2.5. Also Brennan Marsh 2.4 on DK. Same thing, Bellinger 2.7, Connor Joe 3.4. Randall Grichuk 3.2. So lots of good pricing here on the Colorado guys tonight. Love that Colorado stack. Akil Baddoo 3.8, Bobby Witt 2.5. I'm still going to keep going to the Bobby Witt. Michael Taylor 2.4, good matchup for him. And then Brandon Marsh at 3.2. Let's get to the home run calls, Welsh. I feel really good about mine today. I think getting that first one on the board is what you need to shake the dust off. So I'm going with Juan Soto the 1-1 in my heart. So I saw a couple other people took Soto tonight too. So we'll be living and dying together. Welsh, who are you taking for your home run call? Who's going yard?
Oh, there's so many decisions, so many choices. I am, I think I was because I was off yesterday. I would have picked this guy, and he Welsh. Oh, thank you. I probably would have picked this guy. I'm going to go back to the well, and I'm going to go back to Aaron Judge. Aaron Judge got a pretty good career versus Kevin Gossman. I think hitting over 400s, got a couple bombs, and maybe he's going to put a couple on the board tonight. I'm going to go with Aaron Judge.
All right. And what does Mike Mayer have to say? These are my people, Joe. They'll never choose Welsh over me. I don't know about that. They are your people, but it's tough. It's very fickle sometimes at the top. It's tough to be the leader.
There'll be sides. It'll be a Fantasy Pro civil war at some point will happen. So.
Here we go. I knew this wouldn't take long. I want this show to be an hour from the Red B. I like that Welsh is himself. If you knew him personally, you wouldn't like it. No shame in his game. I want this show for an hour. Sign a petition, Peanuts and Cracker Jacks. If so, I will get paid in Cole's Cash, as I said earlier.
Oh, that will be the bonus in Cole's Cash?
I just bought my kids, I don't know, 10 shirts, 4 dresses, and between gift cards and coupons, we spent $50 and they gave me $30 in Cole's Cash. So really, I basically walked out. I stole things from Kohl's today.
What a plug, by the way. What's this Kohl's plug that's getting like?
It's just hilarious to me.
I just want to point out,
about NFTs. Kohl's is the way to go. It's the
we opened
running this country.
There was an almost perfect game. There were 3 homers, and Joe opened the show with Kohl's and Kohl's Cash. That's how special this was to him. It's more. He's as real. A harder take on Kohl's over. He's more excited about Kohl's than he is that perfect game. I would point out though, the thing that's so interesting about Kohl's is the mental job that they do. They're like, all right, well, the total would have been $540.
I know.
You save $400 here, and here's $50 in Kohl's Cash. And it's like, oh, okay. Wow, that's amazing.
I wish I could use that over at BetMGM. Let me tell you. That's
I'll take my extra cash will come from just directly go into my BetMGM account, please, and give Joe, what would you need in Kohl's Cash per week to do this extra?
I don't know. I'd have to go do the math. It's a lot. Yeah. But at any rate, look, the home run contest, if you all want to get into it again, it's at fantasypros.com/chat. You join our Discord channel, and premium members get access to stages, get access to the AMA channels. You can ask Welsh questions, me questions directly. You can even talk to us literally we bring you on. We talk to you like a radio show.
I did one last week.
Talk about problems with your team.
I was supposed to do one today, but I'm actually after this, I am heading out of town, so I'm not doing one today. But I'm going to be doing mine usually on Thursdays, and you can come and hang out. You can do the thing. We can talk about how ridiculous Joe's takes are, or we can talk Kohl's Cash. You want to talk Kohl's Cash? Let's do it.
Let's recap this. Joe's take is be a man, go throw a perfect game. That's Joe's take.
I don't think I heard that at all. That was not the take I heard.
It's called Joe lives in the real world, and now I'm talking about myself in the third.
I just heard a Dodger apologist. That's all I did. I heard a commissioner Dodger apologist.
The Dodgers
did the right move,
exactly.
Everybody.
It is World Series or anything less than a World Series championship, not an appearance, mind you.
I agree with that.
Yeah. A championship is a failure now for the Dodgers because of the way they've set things up. And the way they're structured in that rotation, you're nuts if you think that they're going to let that leash go on Kershaw. There was, how much surprise there was for me that he got taken out of that game, Welsh? 0.
Oh, I bet.
0 surprise that he got. As soon as it happened, I went, well, that's no shocker. There was no even oh, I can't believe. Nope. 0, nothing, nada, zilch.
Yeah. Hopefully he got some Kohl's Cash for his performance. Yeah.
I hope so. I have
a picture with Clayton Kershaw. Do you remember that story? I met him at Whole Foods. I felt so bad. Because no one recognized him. He was just in his shirt and stuff, not in any dolled up thing. And I had to go up to him and I had to take a picture. And I have this shaky picture because I just felt so horrible about it. I was like, all right. And he was so nice about it. Took a picture, and it's this ridiculously shaky picture that I have to this day. It's still on my phone. I should tweet it out. But then I was standing, and his family's the nicest. And his kid was happened to be in line together at Whole Foods. And his kid was doing stuff. And I was kind of joking with him. And I was like, I should probably not, because I just asked this guy to take a picture. And I'm the weirdo that recognized him. But Clayton Kershaw, nobody else recognizes him in Whole Foods. And he also can't throw perfect games. That's the moral of the story. Shop at Whole Foods. No one will recognize you and never throw perfect games.
He can throw perfect games.
They can't.
It's just not in this era of baseball. not what we've created. And it's a royal we. It's not me. By the way, Steve, I'm glad you joined Discord. The Home Run channel is there, but you have to be a premium member there, Steve. So we appreciate you being there. But again, you got to be at least a pro level, I think. You don't want to be a pro because they're fantasy pros. Oh, look at that.
Well, it was asked. Somebody asked, what team is this? This is the surprise Saguaros from the Arizona Fall League. So
there you go. There you have it.
Pretty
All
cool,
right,
right?
that'll do it for us. This was a perfect show. And, we're going to leave on a high note, just like Clayton Kershaw. Make sure you download that BetMGM app. They are our sponsored. Use that promo code leading off. Go make your prop bets today. And also go check out bettingpros.com and, of course, fantasypros.com as well. That'll do it for us. But the story of the game goes on for the Welsh. I'm Clayton Kershaw. We'll see you next time, kids. Ooh,
see you on the 7th. See you on the 7th. There's the hat. There's the cactus.
How many pitches do I have?